Carnival Cruisers, it's cancellation day for a lot of you once again. I was really hoping we were done with all these massive cancellations, but today is the day. Many cruises are receiving a cancellation notice. It's not often you see a cruise ship in dry docks here in the United States, but that's exactly what's happening right now on the West Coast. MSC has a brand new ship, the Seashore, coming to the United States in about a month's time. Carnival Cruise Line announces some astonishing figures about their cruise restart. We'll give it to you by the numbers. Plus, we'll tell you the fate of cruising from Mobile and Charleston heading into next year. And a quick update on the COVID spread problems aboard Royal Caribbean's Jewel of the Seas. All that coming up on Midships. Hey, welcome to the Midships YouTube channel. I'm your Captain Corey. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. A quick reminder, this is the last day to get entered to win this week's Cruise Swag giveaway. We've got this fantastic cable organizer. This is a water resistant or waterproof travel cable organizer. Excellent for taking along your USB chargers for your phones, your laptop dongles. It comes with a few cable organizers, some bigger storage, and some SD card slots. This thing is sweet. It comes in multiple colors. If you'd like to check out this or any of the other cruise swag we give away on the channel, there are Amazon affiliate links in the description below. Now, an update to everybody waiting for some video from the MSC Divina cruise. We've hit a little bit of a snag with the SD card that was in my main camera that I used on the ship. Now, I think the data is recoverable, and I'm going to try to work with somebody who can help me do that. I'm not sure if any of you are really good at doing that, but for some reason, I'm struggling to get any computer or camera to read that SD card right now. So keep your fingers crossed for me, please. Now let's hop into today's cruise news with an update to a really popular story we've been telling you about for about the last week now, about Jewel of the Seas, a Royal Caribbean ship that's had her fair share of run-ins with unusually high COVID cases on board. From cruiselawnews.com, in an article written by Jim Walker, update on COVID cases aboard Jewel of the Seas, posted October 6th. 3 crew members on Jewel of the Seas have tested positive for COVID this week. The infected crew members, which include the hotel maintenance manager, a cook, and 1 stateroom attendant, were confirmed positive for the virus after PCR testing. They were then sent into isolation. Royal Caribbean is still taking aggressive steps to reduce the number of cases involving its crew members and guests, after experiencing a higher than normal number of positive virus cases on the ship in the last 2 weeks. Jewel of the Seas will be repositioned to South Florida in the middle of November, where it will be sailing from Miami on a Western Caribbean itinerary of cruises of 5 to 10 days. The ship will homeport in Miami until mid-May, when it will then move to Amsterdam. The company wishes to reduce the number of positive cases before it begins sailing out of U.S. waters, where it will then fall under the jurisdiction of the U.S. CDC. So Jewel of the Seas, you need to get your act together before you head over here to the U.S. Otherwise, you'll be on the CDC's naughty list before you even have your first paying passenger. Now, it's not often you see a major cruise ship in dry docks here in the United States, but that is just the case right now, and we'll tell you where you might be able to catch a peek at a beautiful Princess cruise ship. From KATU to ABC, massive cruise ship dry docked in North Portland for repairs. If you've driven by the dry docks in North Portland lately, you might have spotted the giant Princess cruise ship along the waterfront. The 951-foot-long Ruby Princess holds more than 3,000 passengers. It apparently came here from Los Angeles, and the ship is currently getting work done at Vigor Shipyard, which boasts the largest dry dock in the U.S. So that's pretty interesting. It's not often you see major cruise lines dry docking in the U.S. I'm sure it's because our labor costs are so much higher. MSC has a brand new cruise ship on the horizon, and she's about to receive her official naming ceremony. From cruiseindustrynews.com, MSC Seashore to be named at Ocean Cay in the Bahamas on November 18th. And here is a beautiful picture of Ocean Cay. I'll also put up a few others while I read the story. MSC Cruises has revealed that its latest flagship, the Seashore, will be officially named at Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve in the Bahamas on November 18th, making this the first naming ceremony for a cruise ship to be held at the line's private island. According to a press release, the event will be attended by travel advisors and media, as well as other key company stakeholders. Departing Miami Miami on November 17th, invitees will be able to get a first look at the new ship before she starts her inaugural 7-night cruise and U.S. season on November 20th. Festivities will take place both on board and on the island, as the ship will remain throughout the night, with a gala dinner, live entertainment, and more. If you've never taken an MSC cruise to their private island, Ocean Cay Marine Reserve, their island is absolutely beautiful and lush. Your drinks package from the ship works on the island, and there's truly some of the most Instagrammable photos to be had on the Lighthouse Beach, overlooking your cruise ship just a few hundred yards off the shore. So it's cancellation day for hundreds and hundreds of Carnival cruisers, and unfortunately I have to bring you the bad news. If you haven't yet received an email about your cruise being canceled, you're probably safe. But just in case, I'm going to show you exactly what ships and itineraries have been canceled. From cruiseradio.net by Doug Parker, Carnival Cruise Line extends pause for 5 ships. In an unexpected move, the Carnival Cruise Line has extended its operational pause for 5 of its vessels. Earlier this week, the company slowly started removing sailings from its website, and on Wednesday evening, they made the move official by announcing which ships would see their returns delayed and informing impacted guests that their cruise was indeed canceled. In a press release, Carnival President Christine Duffy said that their restart plan continues to extend across all metrics, and they're looking forward to completing the restart of the fleet in the new year. In a communication letter sent from Carnival to guests, it was explained that several ships would see cancellations, as well as the reason why. Quote, "With 17 ships scheduled to return to service by the end of the year, we are pleased with the progress we're making resuming our guest operations. However, we will continue to take a phased approach as we bring back the remainder of our U.S.-based fleet in the new year, as we staff ships, train our crew on new protocols, and work on the many other issues related to the resumption of service. As a result, we will need some additional time for certain ships, and consequently, your cruise has been canceled." So now we'll actually look at the ships that are having cruises canceled and the date ranges that have been respectively canceled. So this is where you can actually see the information. So let's go ahead and dig into this list now. The following voyages are canceled. All Carnival Sunshine cruises from Charleston, South Carolina through January 13th. All Carnival Liberty voyages from Port Canaveral through February 11th. Carnival Ecstasy sailings from Jacksonville through February of 2022. Carnival Ecstasy sailings from Jacksonville through February of 2022. Carnival Paradise from Tampa through February 2022. And Carnival Sensation from Mobile through February 2022. It's important to note that those last 3 ships, the Ecstasy, Paradise, and Sensation, there's no specific restart date yet. So if you have a cruise booked in maybe the beginning of March or sometime in March aboard Ecstasy, Paradise, or Sensation, there's a chance that your cruise isn't going to be going off either. So you need to keep an eye on that. Go ahead and check. Maybe you have some other options to get on a different ship. It's definitely going to be worth a try. It's been quite a while since we've had mass cancellations like this, but typically around the beginning of the month, that's when we expect to see this type of information shake down. But luckily, the announcements from Carnival didn't just bring bad news. There's also some really great news included in there too. And I'd love to share some of the optimism and some of the other restart news that was included in the most recent Carnival announcements. From cruiseindustrynews.com, Carnival announces ship restarts for January and February of next year. The cruise line announced plans for more ships to restart in January and February as it works towards returning its full fleet to sailing. With 17 ships scheduled to be operating by year's end, Carnival Sunshine will restart from Charleston on January 13th. And Carnival Liberty from Port Canaveral on February 11th. So we're finally getting some answers to everybody that was asking about Charleston and Mobile, Alabama cruises. It looks like my Charleston-based cruisers, you guys are covered from January 13th and beyond. Now, Mobile, Alabama, I know you guys were waiting on Carnival Sensation, and it looks like we're going to have to keep waiting at least another month or two. And that's not the only Carnival news I have to share with you today, because they've recently put out some very interesting infographics about the cruise restart. From cruiseindustrynews.com, Carnival, nearly 100 cruises and almost 250,000 guests since July. With half its U.S. fleet back in service, sailing from 6 U.S. home ports, Carnival Cruise Line has had an accomplishment-filled 3 months since resuming guest operations. With half its U.S. fleet back in service and sailing from 6 U.S. home ports, Carnival Cruise Line has had an accomplishment-filled 3 months since resuming guest operations this summer, according to a press release. And this is the infographic I wanted to show you. This is just 3 months since the restart of cruising for Carnival. They've sailed almost 100 voyages, and they're just shy of 250,000 passengers. And look at these other statistics for onboard their ships. $1,000 jackpot payouts in a casino casino slot machine. There's been 8,000 of those in the last 3 months. 11,000 guests have ridden Bolt on board the Carnival Mardi Gras. 220,000 items of Carnival branded merchandise have been sold in 3 months, and 180,000 shore excursions were taken by Carnival guests. Oh, and who could forget these 608,000 beers that have been served on board the Carnival ships. So it looks like overall the Carnival Cruise restart is on its way to a major success. I know we've had some hurdles, we've had delays, we just got this recent batch of cancellations. Hopefully, this is the last time I ever have to report this many cancellations all at once. If you made it this far into today's episode, why don't you subscribe to the Midships channel? I'm watching you guys. I know my analytics. You have not subscribed yet. You've been here every day watching my videos. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. While you're down there, smash that like button if you absolutely love cruising and can't wait to be back on the Lido deck once again. Thanks so much for stopping by today, and until next time, we'll see you on the Midships.